In this video, we're going to look at how to design our home page. But before we really dive into design, I have a few reminders for you. First of all, we're going to head over to our customizer and just make sure that our home page is a static page. So under home page settings, we have our home page displays a static page, and that is the home page. Make sure you have those two items set up before you get any further. This is going to guarantee that your home page is what you're editing and it looks the way you think it should look. We're not adding additional post content to it. The next reminder for you is under our themes. And just remember that you can always go to your theme documentation under Info to make sure that you are editing things the way the theme help tools and documentation tell you to. So let's go back to our pages and we're going to edit our home page. So my first tip in design is that you want to keep your home page relatively clean and simple. We've already made sure that that home page is static, so everything that we change on our home page is on this one page. Now this content is organized in what WordPress calls blocks. So as I click on different blocks, on this right hand side it tells me what that block is. In this case, this is a media and text block. That's a paragraph block. Each of these are single columns. So we're going to start editing this block content and think about what you can do. Now, one suggestion that might help you is before you dive into editing, maybe do some sketches of what you want to delete or add or keep to your homepage design. So the first thing I'm going to add is I'm going to change my image. So I've clicked on this image. Now I'm going to hit replace. And I need to upload an image. So I've got a couple of images that I picked from Unsplash that I think will be really good for communicating a visual that links to my professional identity. And I got this from Unsplash. Whatever image you select, you want to make sure that it is a copyright-free image. So that means either it's an image that you've taken or you've used something like Unsplash to download that image. To change this text, I'll just highlight it and start typing. This item is called a button. And so I can use this to link to different content on my page. Now, right now, you can see it's going to that contact page that we deleted. So we're going to just change that to view my resume. Then we will edit what this is linking to just by deleting, and I'm going to type the word resume. And so now it's going to my resume page. This color here was selected when we chose our theme, but if I want to change it, I could change it to one of the other theme colors as well. Just like we talked about before, stay within those theme colors to make sure that you have high contrast. So with this section, I would want to change my photos. And so I'll just again show you how to do that. So I'll click replace and I can upload. So a couple of different ways I can link content. So I'm linking this to that blog page that we created. I can make it a hyperlink or I could add that button. And again, I'm just typing that keyword and then it's going to my blog. Alternatively, if I wanted to add a button there, I could just hover, click my plus mark, I'm going to find a button. There's my button. change the style of it over here on the right-hand side. Change the width of it. So either of those are good options. So I could do the same for each of these, maybe going to the writing portion of my portfolio and the design portion of my portfolio. This is the part that I would encourage you to experiment with and work with. And if you want kind of a different design, you can see over here, like let's just say, I know I want to put some text in. This gives me the listing of all different types of text that I could put in and some pre-made styles that I could drop in. So whatever your base template is, you have a lot of flexibility to change that and make that your own. Now let's say that that's really it for my content. And I'm going to delete the rest of this. So I'm just going to select each section and remove the blocks that I don't want. All right, so I have all my content removed. So I'm going to go ahead and update my page. And then notice I get a little prompt and I can go ahead and view my page. So here's what my home page looks like. So you can see there's that photo. We've got our professional identity. Looks like we need to edit our button because that's not appearing as it should. But this part looks really nice. And then there's our widgets that we added as well. So we know we have one thing to edit over here, and that would be that button is not showing up. So I'm just going to select that button and go into my color settings. And let's say we want my background to be that secondary blue color and my text is white. And so I'm pretty happy with that. So let's update that and then preview how that looks. Much better. So we can see that a lot better. I can also preview how this would look in other forms. So that gets us going on editing our home page. A few reminders. Our home page is static. It includes at least one visual related to our professional identity. That visual needs to be copyright free, meaning we got it from Unsplash, Creative Commons. We took the photo ourselves. We've included our one-sentence professional identity statement. In my case, I'm including just little briefs about different sections, kind of introducing visitors to those sections. But you could just include a brief description of the website. Highlight main content. My homepage does not include any of my main content. It links to it. So dive in and edit that home page. In our next video, we'll look at the About Me page.